Okay, moving on, Freddie Leeper. Hi, Freddie, come on up. And then Mr. Leeper wants to talk to us about staying in a camper at 115 East Empire until his house is done. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Make your case, please.
Okay, so I had a friend that had a kid and she was down on her luck, and I didn't know that you had orders, so I couldn't stay in my camper. And I told her that she could stay in the camper and get back on her feet. She works here locally. She has a lot of friends in town. So I was staying in the camper, giving her some space with her children inside the house. And then they came up and told me I couldn't live there. So I immediately filed eviction notices, and I have more notices and paperwork to file. So
you mean you want to move back into your house?
yeah, if you guys are throwing me out, I have to throw her out. There's no other choice. So I need time to make that happen. And you know,
And
if I
this is a
could,
camper?
and the house, I own both, the house and the camper.
And you wanna move back into the camper while you work on the house?
Yes, we go through the process.
I have to go through the process.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
So,
And you've got sewer and all the
yes,
accoutrements.
yes. So if I can just,
I can. Make a motion that we grant Mr. Leeper 90 days to, do what he needs to do to get back in his house.
Second.
Motion was made by me, seconded by Jamie. All those in favor? Carries unanimously.
appreciate it.
I don't have a name for the next one, but it's 1013 Mineral.
So there is a proposal in your packet. And Lance Nichols, property the city owns at 1013 Mineral, based on the 3,000 per acre that we've been charging for, it would be $600. He is going to build another home there.
This is previous mayor Lance Nichols.
That is correct.
They're in, or in process of being in.
Is that house still there?
No, it's a lot, it's just an empty lot.
Yeah, if that's offered out to the public, I'd bid $1 higher.
We've not done that with any properties. Does anybody have any thoughts on this, questions, comments?
I'd like an opportunity to buy it.
Tell me how this works.
The same with all the
I mean,
other properties
that's
we've
what we've done before, so.
We've been selling property for $3,000 an acre for 6 years. No motions, no thoughts, no questions?
It's never been posted that you're selling a property at an address for the public to be able to.
Please don't speak if you're unless you've got an appointment to speak, and then you can have your time, okay?
Especially on
This
this.
is not a Q&A, this is not the time for just to speak out. Business, ma'am. Okay? There's no more speaking out unless you're on the agenda.
Is this open to the public?
The motion is made by Neil Oglesby.
Is this open to the public?
Not current.
You're sitting here, and you're the public, and you're sitting here observing the city council meeting, so yes, it is open.
I
to
think
the
he's
public.
talking about the
If you
property.
have questions about how public meetings work, there's a brochure outside that's been published by
If
the
you'd shut up
Attorney
long
General.
enough, you would hear I'm talking about the property.
If you interrupt the city council again or me, then I will have you removed from the meeting.
Whatever. You don't
You're
run this.
You're observing the public meeting, and it is
You do
open
not
to the
run this
public.
show.
I have a motion by Neil Oglesby to sell the property for the going rate to Lance Nichols. If there's no second, die for lack of second. The proposal does not carry. Will,
It's all right. Yes, sir. Sir,
please go ahead.
all right, I appreciate the opportunity to speak for the acting. The people asking for testing are not the problem. The don't have enough testing, enough monitoring, or enough clear public answers. This has been treated like the same old H2S odor issue that has been going on for years, but this is not the KDHE acknowledged a subsurface smoldering event at the landfill. That means we are now dealing with an underground landfill fire concern, not just an odor complaint. So residents in Galena and surrounding communities have reported chemical odors, smells, burning eyes, sore throats, what they are breathing. Just this Sunday, this past Sunday, me and my kids had to leave our home because of it. It was so bad. We got headaches and burning eyes, burning throat.
Where do you live, Mr. Stuckenberg? I don't mean to interrupt you, but just so I know.
Okay, yeah. Do I have to answer that? As far as public record, I don't want to tell the whole world where I live. Just
You don't have to answer if you don't want to.
I've had people threaten me over this. Okay, thank you though for the question. Okay, so let's so what we have here, I just want to go on. The problem is that we don't have enough testing. We don't have enough testing, okay? We don't have enough monitoring. We don't have enough clear public answers. This has been treated like the same old problem that has been going on for years, as I said. So let's, the city of Galena holds the permit, and that's what matters right now. Jordan Disposal may operate the landfill. KDHE may regulate the EPA, and when assisted, when asked, I guess, is how that works, right? So the city still holds the permit, though, 738, correct? On this, okay? And the city has responsibility to work with KDHE and the EPA to protect the public. So we have asked for more testing before. We have asked for continued monitoring. We have asked for a real plan. Instead of clear action, we keep getting pointed back to the KDHE, limited H2S checks, and one short round of EPA spot monitoring. We are told that legal issues limit what can be discussed. Let's talk about that. If the city is communicating with the landfill operator through attorneys, that may limit some legal discussion, but it does not stop this council from demanding public health testing and continued monitoring and clear results for residents and for our health. All right, tonight we are asking the city council to formally demand a written community air monitoring plan from KDHE and the EPA. Not just spot checks, not just testing on the landfill, not just checking one gas, not just checking for one gas, I'm sorry. We need community monitoring that matches the real concern for an underground smoldering landfill fire. The document I'm providing to you tonight lays out specific testing and monitoring residents are asking for. I'm not going to read every item off of it tonight, but the point is simple. We need testing that matches the risk for what's going on right now. The odor problem that was going on 6 months ago. Residents deserve to know whether air around their homes in the neighborhood is safe, especially during excavation or odor events or low wind conditions and times when people are reporting symptoms. Residents deserve those results in plain language. posted publicly in a timely way. We're not asking for panic. We're asking for proof. We're not asking for politics, okay? We're asking for protection. We're not asking the city to fight the citizens. The city to fight for the citizens today. Okay? It matters. Our homes matter, our kids matter, the people in the communities matter too. So tonight I'm asking the council to take a clear public stand, demand proper air testing, demand continued community monitoring, demand testing during excavation and odor events, and demand clear public results. This city, it's time for the city to act. Thank you guys for your time today. Appreciate it.
Thank you for your input.
It's the input of the citizens.
Next up, we have 1709 Galena Avenue proposal.
It's in your packet too.
Same thing, I'd like an opportunity to buy it.
So Gary just wanted to acquire this property here in Sentinel.
Make sure that you speak in the mic so everybody can hear.
Sorry.
I read this to say that Gary Rose is interested in purchasing this property as is for the purpose of removing and demolishing the existing structure and redeveloping the site into new residential housing.
He owns the property to the north as well, and he'd like to do something on both lots. As it stands now, the city will have to go in a demo.
What is it? $44,000 for demo.
Probably two.
Two.
So it's been condemned and everything?
Has this property been condemned?
Yes,
It's through the condemnation process.
so the previous owner donated it to the city because we were going through the condemnation process. You
Okay.
guys were all on council when that happened.
Okay, so do you all understand this? Do we have any motion subject to 1709 Galena Avenue? Price in here.
No, he just as is so that
He
he can
just wants-
remove the property.
He wants it gratis and then just take it from there. You understand that, Neil?
Demo it.
We wouldn't have to demo it, correct?
We won't have to demo it.
Yeah, my motion stands as long as we're not having to pay for the demo, we pay for it.
Yeah, that's correct. He's gonna pay for the demo.
Yes.
Okay, we have a motion by Neil Oglesby to, accept Gary Rose's offer on 1709 Galena Avenue.
I second.
Seconded by Jamie. Two ayes. All those opposed?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Four, so you're opposed to this? That's where we're at?
Yeah.
Okay, we have 4 oppositions to 4. The motion does not carry. Mr. Cantrell, you're up.
Well, for one, these back room handles, you know, if you, would at least put it out and let people know about about it and give you all time to even know about it. You're just learning this thing.
None of them have passed tonight, sir.
I understand that, but obviously what you've been doing in the past is really screwing some stuff up. The audit on the dump, we were supposed to get some numbers back on that a long, long time ago. We got nothing. Shouldn't be that hard to do. A simple record request to KDHE for the tipping fees, that total tonnage times $4. Damn sure give you the number.
It's been online since April 9th, sir.
What's that?
It's been online since April 9th.
What has been
The
online?
numbers that you're asking for.
Okay, and where is that at?
Under all the landfill documents with everything else.
Mixed into a lot of the documents. Did you ever mention that here? No, you didn't. Okay, you're taking up my time. The other thing is related to what Will mentioned, you know, that post that got put out by the city that basically disparaged me, that have disseminated information about the landfill. You guys are creating your own little Orwellian minister of truth, which we know the information put out by the city is very selective, very deflective, and sometimes of right out bullshit.
Would you mind your
Anyway,
language, sir? Please.
I got free speech, thank you. And we're gonna get to that. Other people taking care of the landfill. Free speech is certainly something that people have to have a right to, we have to exercise it. Zero right to chill that. It's been done in the past, it's gonna stop. Others can speak for themselves, but as far as to the comments, remarks put out online, I personally can evidence anything that I put out there, and I challenge any one of you to put me to task on it. Let's get it shared. Let's get some truth going out. So the landfill is a you know, free speech again is a very, very important thing. And just because speech might be critical, might be uncomfortable, as long as it is not words, or as long as it's not untrue, we got a right to speak. And there's been case law established for a long, long time. Just like the old boy in California, I believe it was, they said, fuck the draft. I'm not here to blurt out obscenity, profanities and stuff, but I am here to tell you that I can say fuck. I can say ass. I can say those things. But you people are not picking up what we somebody's got your tongue tied. It's not helping us. Untie your tongue. Represent us. Government officials do not get to silence criticism simply because you dislike it or dislike the tone of the language or the message even. Each one of you already are guilty of violating rights, violating mine specifically. You need to knock this shit off. There's a lot of work to do. Yes, your predecessors caused you a lot of problems. You voted for the you set yourself up to get voted in the job. You set yourself up to get appointed into the seats. You represent us. We're telling you, we want action. And if you don't want to get on your butt and get the fuck out and stay out.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Freeman?
Yes, sir, it is.
Hi, Scott. My name is Bob Laturner. I'm the acting mayor at the Galena City Council tonight.
Okay.
You had put in a request to speak to us, and that's why I called you, sir. The microphone is yours. Please proceed.
Okay, my question is, I would like to know who owns the landfill?
I can't confirm or deny that, sir.
Scott?
Yeah, our attorney's gonna-
Please.
You gonna ask everybody to leave?
But this is not a laughing matter, this is a serious question.
I understand that, but we're not here to answer questions, we're here for you to make a statement.
Want me to ask questions, is that right?
Time is yours, you can do what you want with it, sir.
Okay, all right, Brian Gordon run the landfill.
Same answer.
Okay. As the owner of the landfill, how many times in a year do you make inspections on their operation of it?
Same answer, sir.
Okay. Are they available to see, for the public to see the paperwork of the inspections?
City website. Same answer.
Same answer. Boy, this is going good. Okay. I guess I'll go ahead and answer this one. If no inspections, why is this in the contract of the landfill?
Sir, we're not gonna answer any questions about the landfill.
Okay, well, I'm gonna ask, you said I have 5 minutes.
That very well,
Go
I
ahead.
understand, and you certainly do.
Okay, well, thank you for that. Okay, so you don't want to talk about the landfill, okay? So let's go another route here. You said I have 5 minutes, so I've got a few left. Okay, so who owns the tire monofill?
That's a landfill question.
That's public
No,
information.
that's the tire monofill. That's a separate situation.
Proceed with your questions.
Okay, well, you're not saying nothing, so you're running my time out.
Well, we're
You need
not gonna answer landfill question.
Okay, well, why not? Tell me why not? Can you explain why you would not tell me any answers?
No.
I can, so we can't discuss the landfill because there is pending litigation regarding the landfill.
That's not.
And there has been continuing threatened litigation with regard to the landfill, and that's why we cannot discuss the landfill.
Okay, so now who just said that? I need to know your name.
This is Philip Wright, I'm the city attorney.
Okay. All right, well, I'm still gonna ask questions, whether you guys say anything or not, because I want it on record that I am asking these questions, okay? So here's my next question for it. This is about the tire monofill. When it's, what the impact would be from it? Come on, somebody say something.
I don't know how much clearer we can be, sir. Our landfill or the C&D landfill.
Then more things to say, and then you can tell me the same answer, okay? But I would like for you to say it.
Okay.
All right, so from that question I have, do they know where all these tires have gone in that deep mine?
No comment.
Did they do some kind of study on where they're gonna migrate to? Because
You want me to say no comment or no answer?
either one.
No
Either one.
answer.
I just want something to where I get some kind of response to my questions to the city, okay? If it's no comment, then that's okay, but I want you guys to say something, okay?
Sure.
All right, so here we go again. Do they know what that is doing to the groundwater? Are they doing any kind of testing on this?
No answer.
Okay. Is there any documentation on that the public can look at on what is going on with the monofilm?
No answer.
Okay, one last question. Why can the public not know anything about all this? Why is it always no answer?
I believe our attorney answered that question.
Well, I think he should have been a little more precise with it. I mean, I know he's sitting right there. I've been to the council meetings. I would have been there tonight, but I seriously hurt my ankle and I had to do this video call, which I don't mind. It was nice of y'all to let me do this. But as of me doing this on the phone, and you guys are sitting there, as usual, and giving no answers to anybody's questions. And I can't understand why. I mean, that's you guys' job.
Okay, Mr. Freeman, we've let you go over the 5 minutes because I feel like we kinda used up a little bit of your time, but you've had your 5 minutes now. Have you got anything to close with quickly?
No, I'll be in person in the next city council, and then I'll get me another lousy 5 minutes there, okay?
All right, I appreciate your time and I hope you get to feeling better soon.
Yeah, okay, well, thanks a lot.
Okay. This was the, kind of a new thing we've tried, the public comment where you sign up. You got a call. Paul?
Yeah.
Paul Nolan, Mr. Nolan, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have been so familiar.
I don't smoke, but I probably ought to go out and have a cigarette before I do, because I'm telling you what, this meeting has really got me up in arms. What's going on here tonight, this is, it's unreal, and the problems that are gonna happen after this meeting are probably gonna be just ridiculously crazy. I'm having a hard time even just controlling myself here, but I'm not gonna answer questions on the landfill, yada, 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 okay. When are we supposed to address our government? And I'm asking whoever wants to answer that, Phil. When do we redress our government? When do we get answers? Gee, we can't even get an answer to that question?
In a courtroom.
That's sad. I'm only asking, when can we redress our
You're
government?
addressing your government right now.
You know,
You're funny.
yeah, okay, and look what it took to get that in my 3 minutes of time.
I guys don't understand.
I'm gonna jump back into that real fast. The groundwater over on, near, and around the landfill. Has there been any testing done on that groundwater since December when we originally asked for testing of that groundwater?
No comment.
Jesus. That's public knowledge, is it not? Is that not public information that should be open?
Where's the documents?
That was a question.
We're not gonna answer any questions about the landfill.
Are you leaving, Myra?
You're not gonna answer if it was public information, the question that I just asked? Those documents?
No comment.
They hide it.
Wow, this is pretty pathetic. You know, just what, a month and a half ago, I was approached by councilmen out in the parking lot and was told at that time that I should just sue the city, quit messing around, quit being a pain in the ass, and sue the city. Use the resources you have and just take care of it. Not verbally loud. I kept my cool then, but it became an argument over what it would do to the city and how bad of an issue, how bad of a resolve that is. It wouldn't be a resolve. you know, I don't know, I try real hard to get along, you know, and you're all just gonna sit here and not say a dang thing, it's, you know, it's chicken shit, it's coward. You know, not to answer questions on, is that public information or not? Come on, give me a freaking break. You know, let's get it right. You know, y'all, I don't know, I keep saying y'all, but I gotta say it, okay? I have a lot of respect for some of the people up here at the table. And those of you that I don't pretty much know who you are, you know, but, and not that that matters to anyone. But come on, get it real. You're here to represent us, not govern over us. You're not the rulers, you know, let's get it right. Spot. Okay, so, I mean, come on, you're making these meetings more unfriendly than they need to be, and if you continue on, it's just gonna get worse and worse.
Thank you.
That was funny.
Chris?
I'm here to make a public service announcement. I've talked with Bob, I've talked with Jamie Jackson at the courthouse, I ran into her one time. I know Nancy from the bank, Josh Reed. I've met Tracy's boyfriend, I don't really know her, but I'm sure you're all good people. You seem like great people to me. My beef ain't personal, okay? I heard a lot of rumors about shit. One guy's grass is high over here, the neighbor, his grass is higher, but this guy gets fucking fined. You guys come and mow his grass and charge him $50 a lot. There's a lot of favoritism and cliquey shit going on. You're just opening yourself to lawsuit when you come into that bullshit. That's how it is. Can you not see it's getting serious? And you're gonna let this little prick lead you to destruction. He is a no good SOB. He redressed me when y'all was trying to smash my cousin's house in and condemn his shit and take his land. This asshole made him drive back from Florida and wouldn't fucking let me speak for him because I wasn't an attorney. I'm not an attorney, but I can file a lawsuit. I'll tell you that much. And there's gonna be more lawsuits coming. In order to achieve anything, it's becoming clear that's what's gonna have to happen here. Because y'all ain't doing nothing. I got it taken care of.
Oh, yeah, you did the work, sure.
I did all the work, but it never should have been condemned to begin with, and it never should have been on the chopping block. I've seen this happen with multiple residents, and it's always the poor people or the people that can't be a belligerent claimant and stand up for their rights. Because you don't have none if you don't stand up for them. I've never had issues here with the police department, but the police department didn't do me right when I had a theft at my house. It's from past administrations. This guy didn't have nothing to do with it. I want to make that plain. But the police come, acted like they were concerned, wrote down a report. I went and found some evidence. I said, hey man, I got some evidence for this. Can you come by? Yeah, I'll come by tomorrow. Never heard from the son of a bitch again. You know what I'm saying? The duty of the police is to protect property and rights, not to go up where too high and shit like that. Or I see one guy has a bunch of rentals here in town. Shittiest fucking houses in town. He's in. The only playing favorites is going to open your ass up because equal protection under the law, you guys know what that is. You're a lawyer, you should be able to tell them about it. I got one thing I want to read real quick if I got time.
Go ahead.
Section 242, Title 18 makes it a crime for any person acting under code of law to willfully deprive a person of a right or privilege protected by the Constitution or laws of the United States. In Section 242, acts under code of law include acts not only done by federal or state or local officials, within the lawful authority, but also acts done beyond the bounds of that official's lawful authority. If done while performance of his or her official duties, this includes police, prison staff, other law enforcement, judges, city attorneys, and anyone acting as a public official. The offense is punishable by imprisonment up to life or death, depending on circumstances of the crime and resulting injuries. You all have an oath to the Constitution. I know as a public official, you're supposed to raise your right hand and swear an oath to the Constitution. It looks like that don't mean shit to you people, because you walk on people's rights all the time with your city statutes and codes and bullshit. Marbury versus Madison, everybody knows that from government class, from high school. If you remember one case, that's it. Any statute, ordinance, or code passed contrary to the Constitution is null and void. It can be ignored with impunity, and you like Royce Cantrell or me, you don't have no fucking rights. They'll walk all over your ass. And people are getting tired of this shit. I've talked to a lot of people around town. A lot of people don't want to say nothing because they're afraid of retaliation. They're afraid of the police force getting sicked on them, like they did Royce. They don't want to speak up, but the movement's growing. Things are going to start happening. You know, there might be a protest outside of the dump this weekend. You all better get this shit under control or it's going to get out of control. It's almost there. It's almost there. That's all I got to say.
Ronald Mooks. Mooks, I'm sorry, sir.
I'm sorry?
I mispronounced your last name.
Boots?
I corrected it.
Okay.
Please go ahead.
A little bit. I think that the landfill is still an issue, and the health of the citizens of Galena damages to everybody in Galena. You're lowering the value of the properties here in Galena and Empire area too. So something really needs to be done. Do we need to get some drilling done where the main fires is, find out where that is and get it located? I don't know what the actual answer should be for this, but we need to start with the landfill so that we're not losing the value of our properties in the town. We're also going to be losing the tourist businesses coming through town too, as with the odors of the landfill. That's all I really had to say about it.
Thank you for your input. Is your wife here also? Did you want to speak?
Yeah.
Oh, that's who I am. I want to just basically say that we have lived in this town for 8 years. And in these 8 years, I don't know any of you. Not one has seen me in a store. But I had no idea who any of you are. I do not have, and neither does my husband, any relatives that live here. We moved here because we wanted to move to a small town, a beautiful small town. And I know you're not wanting to answer landfill questions. Really hurts town. I live in the Empire area. I'm not afraid to say that. I'm not afraid of retaliation. But I do want you all to know that you are bringing not only this small, beautiful town down by not finding out what's going on. You are hurting every citizen here, whether they live in a camper, a tent. I know all of you do not live here. That I've done my research on. You're not within city limits. You may work in city limits, but you don't live within city limits. You don't know the smell unless you're here. You don't know how the eyes burn and the throat burns, and you go outside just to garden, and what do you end up with? Sick. That's what's happening. You're here to help your citizens. You were voted in to protect this city. And it's what we're living with. I hope that every freedom to say what I want to say. And so does every other public person that walked in here. Shame on you. Shame on you for not listening to your citizens.
What are you living in, I live in.
Come see me.
Well, I got nowhere. I'll be happy
I'll
to.
tell you afterwards.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna move on, excuse me, to department heads. Chief?
Yes, sir. I don't have our stats because Melissa's been out sick, so I don't have them for this month. All I have to bring is the remodel project. Like I said, we got our bids, and I sent the itemized list, and we had 2 bids on it. Just like to move forward with that. Approved?
It's in your budget?
Yes, sir.
Is that just remodeling the front up here?
Yeah, where Melissa's work, we'll put new flooring in, new ceiling tiles, just nothing's been done there for a long time.
These are original ceiling tiles, you don't like them
Yeah.
anymore?
No.
Well, are they 54 years old?
Which one was the cheaper one of the two?
We had one at 4,800, the cheaper one was, Osborne Legacy Remodeling, and the other bid was from Copperhead Builders LLC, and they were at 5,000, and the other one was at 4,800.
Where's this guy out of?
Galena.
This one here?
Yes.
Yes, sir. This side.
Okay, we tabled this last meeting, so we need to make a decision on it now.
Well, that's getting ready to help you here. Make a motion that we accept the bid for legacy remodeling for the front foyer of the police office.
Second.
And what was that, the $4,800?
$4,800.
Okay. Motion was made by Lauren, seconded by Jamie, that we dollar transformation of the police room. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
That's all I got.
Fire department?
Just kind of a couple things. We had 217 calls. We're about 17% from this time last year. And I don't know if you've been keeping updated, but they've been having a lot of wildfires out in western Kansas, like they did in February. Each week the fire marshal office sends out an email that asks if, you know, any departments have available resources, to basically send those back. We did this a couple of years ago, when they went out to Hutchinson, we got the council approval to do it, but my comment is, they're looking at putting together, they've got about 10 to 12, what they call task force set out throughout the state of Kansas that have different departments that are part of that, and they may have a truck or a couple of trucks with manpower. Southeast Kansas is actually looking into doing that in the future, so that's something that we may come back with you and ask for on that list. We've got several firefighters that would be willing to do that if they did. I know this last go around, Crawford County sent a truck, I think Columbus sent a truck up. So not asking for anything now, just saying it may be coming in the future that they put something together for Southeast Kansas.
Are these guys, are they gratis when they go out there? They don't get
State will pay for fuel and food, but other than that, it's.
same as it is here?
Mhm.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
John?
Okay, mosquito fogging, we should start that next week. I know that's, a couple of people have asked about that. Pool opening, we've got, the pool is painted. The bathroom floors were painted today, and I know that the manager was down there this afternoon to get stuff ready. Scheduled to open on May 23rd. I think the splash pad is gonna open, we're gonna open it for the school tomorrow for a class to go down. When's the date on that again?
Saturday as well.
Saturday as well, okay. So both of those will open Saturday. We got a new shade and concrete pad fence installed at the splash pad. We're waiting on a couple of tables, I think, that Parks and Rec purchasing those, so that's just a little update. We're gonna start June 1st, summer hours at Public Works. Currently, we're 7:30 to 30. We're gonna go to 6 to 4:30 for the summer. So we'll have, guys working 410s, they'll alternate Monday and Friday off. Now, I do have a couple action items. I've got the light at Ortho, the, one's been flashing yellow for a year. We've got that fixed now. I let people that I've talked to like it flashing. So
Look at it flashing.
if you guys wanna turn it back on, it'll work correctly now. That's not a decision I wanna make, so.
Isn't that that's a state highway, right?
It is, but it's
So
our
don't
lot.
they have to make
State
that
recommended we
recommendation?
didn't even put it in there. Back when we put it in, the state recommended we didn't even put it in, so.
Okay.
Seems like it's working well. I'm going 3 times a week out there.
Like Philip, maybe do a little research on that, make sure we're okay to leave it flashing, but, I think everybody likes it that way, so if I'm wrong, let me know.
There's not a lot of traffic in and out. I mean, it's.
The other thing is Main Street, we've got the senior banners up right now, we've got banners.
They look good. They look good.
I've had people request that we put plants all the way down. So we can do that. It's around $4,000, but it's probably about double the time of somebody watering them. So we're looking at somebody taking most of the day to water
So
them.
where do they go from now?
8th to 4th. 8th to 4th, so we'd be looking at going from 4th to front of them.
Can we at least do banners from 4th to front?
Those are already ordered.
Oh.
Yeah. We've got to put some we gotta work on a couple of poles, but we've had banners up before and they just blew down and
Oh,
we didn't have enough of them, so. We kinda had a banner supplier issue for a while and, they are ordered now. We're probably looking at a week. They should be up. But if you guys wanna,
I do.
that would consist of probably, I think there's 30 more. So we would need to hang the baskets and then the plants. So
Will somebody put them together for us? Or do
we do it.
You?
I shouldn't say we, the park guys do it.
Well, there's not a lot of business down that way. I mean.
But the ones that are there are very vocal.
Mhm.
Not
They are.
having anything.
Indeed, but even if they get banners, I feel like that'll.
Yeah.
whatever you guys wanna do there, I will do.
Banners for sure, plants, what do you guys think?
I think for the Sentinel, yeah, this year it'd be a nice touch.
Nice, nice, I agree. Is that a motion?
Yes.
Second.
Okay, the motion is made by Neil Oglesby to get plants from Fourth to Front Street, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Second by Nancy, or Cassidy, I knew you. Second by Chastity, all those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
I think that's all I have.
City clerk.
Okay, I have one thing. Southeast Kansas Area Agency of Aging has been in contact with Ronnie about using our community center Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. They want to basically prepare meals for the residents to be able to come in and eat here Monday through Thursday. And it's for the elderly, so it's kind of like our senior citizen day over there, but they will be here every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. They can come in and eat here, a free meal, and then it will also be a hub for the Meals on Wheels. So the Meals on Wheels people will come here and pick up warm food and deliver to the residents. So we just need a motion to approve them to use the
They
community
just wanna
center.
use the building, right?
They just wanna use the community center
Yeah,
kitchen.
I make a motion, we let them use it Monday to Thursday from 10 to 2, 1, what was it?
10 to 1.
10 to
Do
1.
we ever rent that out during the?
During the, Cherokee County uses it for like WIC and lead testing and the elections is the only thing that comes in to play during the week.
So the motion was made by Lauren. Is there, I'll second it. Second by me. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion.
That's all I got.
Sounds like I need to live there.
Yeah, it's one did a bigger due diligence.
Mr. Attorney, do you have anything?
Nothing for me.
Final business, anybody got anything?
Make a motion, we adjourn.
Motion made by Lauren Morgan, that we adjourn, seconded by Jamie Jackson. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?